Hello, hello again. PM session. Oh, let me just double check if I didn't put on the sound. Just gonna check the sound because I always forget. Just wanna make sure that it's on. Test, test. Hello, hello. Working. The one time I don't test it, it never works. So we keep on doing it. Anyway, I'm very bullish on gold. I think we are the low is in for today. So I'm already in a trade here. What time is it? Yeah, 12:54. It's a very tight stop, so if I'm too early, I might be stopped out. But I think I wonder if we might go lower and go into this little wick here. I just like here in maybe in this area, but I don't know. I think the low might be in, so I'm just already. I thought, you know what? Let's get in. And it's a very tight stop loss, so we'll see. I just got back behind my desk. Oh my god, NQ has been sort of seek and destroy. I still don't like NQ. Not interested at the moment in NQ, I think. So I think I'm going to focus on gold for the PM session. We'll have a look at NQ if there's any people trading NQ, but I think gold is a better play, to be honest. If I look at this, is just because I do think with gold that we might consolidate now. We might have another. It might be the consolidation before it makes a move. But look at this. It's just barcoding. There were some nice opportunities here where there was a 10-4. My model was here, but I wouldn't have played it easy. Nice retest of the 10 o'clock. No, he's going to focus on gold. He's going to ease back in the PM session. Okay, okie dokie. Now let's see. This chair is not sitting very. I put a pillow under my butt because I feel I'm very. It's just kind of giving me a little bit of backache. So, but anyway, I started a little bit earlier because I was done with everything, and I thought let's get on, and I'll see who jumps in. Are we gonna go lower? Maybe one more bit. I'm just wondering if for gold the range is in. Are you in, or are you going to make another leg lower to the end walk? I'm okay to be stopped out on gold. I know I am early. Let me just check. Are you in? Are you in? It looks like it. It looks a little bit bearish again, right? You have another leg down, huh? Do you do? You do. You do. I can see. I can see. Okay, stopped out. That's okay. Now I'm just wondering if that wick is a rejection block or not. Let me see. So let's do some things here. Did anyone trade today? NQ or gold? NQ was a little bit nasty today, huh? I think. Did anyone do well on NQ? I did take a short on gold in the opening. I saw my model, and I took a small bit of the move, not the big part, not the big chunk, because I didn't have enough time. But yeah, it was a nice move though. I mean, that's nice with gold, right? You have you don't need a lot. Okay, so it took out 1 point. No, I really think gold is done for today. I don't think it's gonna go lower. It looks like it, but am I missing something? It looks bearish, but we've got the annual below, weekly high, but it's just gonna futz around here and then go back up. I'm gonna let it play out, but I'm actually looking for a long on gold for the PM session, or it's just gonna really, if it goes down, it's gonna go down a lot. What are you? Could go to. Let me just make another 227. I just want to be ready for that move, to be honest, because if it's gonna go, it's gonna go quite a bit. Either it's gonna reverse or it's gonna go a lot lower. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so below the N walk, the weekly low, it is possible that it's going to go all the way down, and it's going to go to the weekly open, which is at 4,015. So that's quite a move down. So it's either done here, or it's going to make another move down to 4015-ish. I'm going to focus on gold today. I'm stopped out, or that's okay. It's fine. It was just I didn't put a trade on my other account. I was just, I'm not stopped out. Okay. Well, I think it will be stopped out. But let's see. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if I missed something on gold. Okay, let's stop and load now. Yeah. It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 2. Wow, look at this opening range gap, guys. From this today. That's such a large gap. Oh, that's a huge gap, right? Huge. Look at that gap. First percent of it. Okay, stopped out. I'm stopped out on gold, but that's okay because I do think just gonna give it some time because I just want to see what it's going to do. But if we take out this, I want to see how it's going to react in this area here. So I want to see to go into this wick here, and then I want to see what it's going to do. Because we did inverse this one here, but there's not really a break. Oh, I'm on the 5-minute. Hold on. Breaker. We go below. There's no breaker here, so it looks bearish, right? It looks bearish. It looks bearish, yes. It looks bearish. We'll give it some time. I don't want to be fooled in we don't want to be fooled with consolidation and Nasdaq price action. Having some coffee to keep awake, to keep myself going today. I'm a little bit tired today. I had so many things that I needed to do, so to run so many errands. That's why I like these PM sessions. Because this PM session, I've got nothing else to do anymore. I can just sit here and just focus on my trading. Uh-oh, my overhead. Hey. You? Kitty catty. Okay. Just want to try to figure out the exact range for the PM session for gold. But are you going to do gold? Are you going to bounce around until... We'll figure it out. I still have to figure out the exact... I hope someone gets on who is a gold trader. They use, like we use ES with NQ for divergence. Is the divergence with SE just as reliable as we use ES for NQ? I would love to find out if that's the case. I think it is, but I have no idea. Because especially when 2 o'clock candle hits, the new 4-hour candle, you really want to see divergence if you want to have the distribution move in the 4-hour candle. So now saying that, I haven't watched the 4-hour candle on gold yet. Let me do that. I'm not really I'm still not sure if we're going up, because I could read the chart like, okay, it could be done for today and go back up, but on the other hand, there is room to the down, a lot of room to the downside. But look at the I'm looking at this 4-hour, or no, this is not this 15. Let me go to the 4-hour. We went into this little imbalance here. We had quite a bit of distribution already, right? Take all these off now. We've done this. These are all done. We already had 4 large distribution candles to the downside at 2 o'clock. Are we going to get a fourth one? Or are we going to get a reversal at 2 o'clock? So that's what I'm thinking. Like, is it a reversal, or are we going to get another leg down? Which is possible, and I did say that will be around here, just below the end wall. That's a possibility. What that would mean, I wonder if this candle would make that move down as number 3. And then candle number 4 might be the reversal, right? Just going over some scenarios. How many points is this move? About 120 points. 105 points to go down. And then reverse back up. Or is this already the max? I'm really gonna. I want to get that gold trade. I'm telling you. Now, what if we're going up? What am I going to target? What am I going to target with gold? It just looks too bearish to go up. But like I said, it could be the 2 o'clock candle. So what are we going to what's going to happen at the 130 move, right? Are we going to get the move down? Are we going to get a big, very large move to the downside at 130 to 2? And then the new candle, the 2 o'clock candle, makes the wick to the downside, goes into the N walk, right? We've got an old N walk there. Let me see if I've got that on my chart. We need to put them on Monday and Tuesday. N-walks are very, very important. Ooh, am I missing those on my chart? Oh, no, no, I'm never missing. I was like, what the hell is going on? So if it would go all the way down, I would expect somewhere to get all the way in this area here, and then we reverse back up. That's a scenario. Or we are going to reverse already in this area. So this is the low already. But then again, it looks so bearish, right? How far have we gone into this range? Did we go into that? Okay, we did not go lower than the 7.2. That's okay. We don't want to go lower. We don't want to see anything lower than this level, because then we are going to turn bearish. I'll leave that on just to make sure that I keep an eye on that level. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That, someone subscribed just now. I wish I could, I knew who was doing that so I could thank people. But anyway, I made a short just to thank everyone. Uh, Obviously, I thanked people on Monday, but I always thought I would hit that 100 mark during the stream, but it was so. Imagine you're sitting home and like, oh my god, it was Sunday, and like, did I hit the 100 just now? And I couldn't really talk to anyone about it. I mean, people, my friends and family, they respect me, but they, like, oh, what the hell? Oh, yeah, okay, sure, what does it mean? 100, okay, it sounds not much. It's just like, okay, well, I'll celebrate him by myself. Oh, anyway, just waiting, guys. I just want to see what gold, if we're going to respect the OTE levels, and are we going to retrace from here, or are we going to make another leg down into this area? And if I look again, if I look at the 4 hour, we're already at 3. Let's go over it again. So I delete this. I need to have less things on my charts. We had 1, 2, 3 large 4 hour candles already. So I wonder if the 2 o'clock, that is, if we're going to get another big one to the downside. Or are we going to use this 4 hour candle until 2 o'clock to make that move to the downside? So let's say we might have a run in the 130 area. So, or is this the range? Is the daily range already sorted? So that's what I just need more data to really to frame a trade at the moment, because it's I want to go long on gold, but if we get another leg down, I might be interested in taking a short to the downside, and maybe then also along if my analysis is correct. But then again, it's just an analysis, right? I'm not claiming to know it, but I just always go over a few scenarios. And this is the beauty of the market. You go over a few scenarios, and then the scenario is always, or not always, but then it's totally different, something you never thought of. And that's what I actually love about the market, because it keeps surprising you. It always humbles you. But yeah, I just go over scenarios. It's not that I really think it's going to happen. It's just a possibility, and I just want to have a few possibilities outlined so I'm prepared if it happens. Now, and sometimes it does, and then I'm really happy because then I'm really prepared, and then my levels are already sorted, and I get my better entries and exits, obviously. And sometimes it does not happen at all, and then you're like, what? But anyway, that's the game we're playing, right? Okay, so I want to double check. I need to go to my other tabs to double check a few things. I still have to find out what you guys, what is desired. for you to watch or to have on the screen, because you know I don't want to overkill, put too much data on the screen, so to say. 40, 15. Okay. Yeah. You know, it's I can really frame it both ways. I can frame it like, okay, it's done here. Oh, I can calculate this as well. Let me do that on this screen that you guys can see. Let's calculate this range. Of course, it's really beautiful. I mean, I really like the cleanness of the. Interesting. I tend to really think that we're done with gold with the level. To be honest, I really think the level is in, and it's a long. That's why I had that long on, and I got stopped out, as you saw. But I really think we are. But then again, let's just wait. I should not say anything. Okay, we're still respecting this range. We are still respecting the OTE level, so we're not going lower. So I think we are. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the 4 hour, the new two o'clock, that we might get a wick into this level here, this little flat bottom with a wick here. Well, let's see. I mean, yeah, I think I'm getting more. I am inclined to think that we are done with the move to the downside, and I might be looking for a long. But then again, if this level gets disrespected, we're going to the downside. Then I think, my analysis is that we will go all the way into this N walk, this area, and then maybe reverse. So I just want to see what it does with this last bit of this 4 hour candle, because I mean, could we get 4 large 4 hour candles, right? 1, 2, 3, and maybe it uses the fourth one partially to take it down and then go up. Could be. You have to wait. You really have to wait. But who has an analysis on gold? Did anyone take the short for gold this morning? It was a beautiful, clean move. Better than NQ in the morning, that's for sure. Where are you now? Where are you now? Okay, I'm gonna stop singing because it's horrible. It sounds horrible. I thought I always. No, I didn't think I could sing. Never. I never thought that. I wish I could sing though. Since I got the mic, I am tempted to actually start singing once in a while, but I'm not gonna do that to you guys. I want to keep you, keep you around. I want to keep you around. I wonder who subscribed. I don't think someone is in the chat right now, is there? Show me. If you tell me. Number 125. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. It's from short. I gotcha. That is interesting. Okay, we just have to wait for gold to show its hand, guys, because I am thinking long, but then I am just anticipating that we're not going to go down this level, but if we do, then I think we're going to go down all the way to here. So I just want to see how we are going to, how the last bit of this 4-hour candle that we have now until 2 o'clock, how it's going to behave. So how is this like? I'm just going to show you guys. We already have, well, actually we have four down candles, right? To the down, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I don't count this little one. I'm just looking at the distribution candles. We've got a beautiful. Oh, we can calculate as well. Let me. So I'm still getting to know gold, but so far, I mean, I'm very impressed with the cleanness of it. So far so good with my models, and the levels that I use with NQ are very you know, it works. Let me put it that way. I had my model this morning. My model, my 10-4 model, played out on gold, so I had a good trade. Very mechanical, just my 10-4. 10 o'clock printed. I saw the 4 o'clock that was applicable for the trade, and I took it, and it was a good move. Okay, so like I also used the 1/3, I added something else in my fib levels as well, which I would advise people to use, and as you can see it on my screen, is the 1.25, 1.5, and the 1.75, and let's call that the tip of the PM session. As you can see exactly where did we, I only used the, I took the whole move, but I started with, since I started using those 125 levels, but you see it still matches up with the N walk, but I just noticed if I do only the bodies on the higher time frame though, you do get the retracement levels, and 125 is very much so a retracement level, because we all know we go to 2.5, right, most of the times, or 4 to 6. But let's see how far this was, then we can calculate this one. Let me see. Okay, so this was 4, so this was a distribution move here, this one. Was it 3.5? You are manipulated, aren't you? You didn't go to 4. So 3.5. So are we going to get only 2.5 from you then? Okay, or 1.5. Okay, so this is something I don't know for gold, right? Because normally what you can see, when you have a manipulation move, and then let's say this is the manipulation move, and that's 2.5, and you get the distribution move, that's 4 standard deviation on NQ. It's not always that exact, but you can sort of like be reliable. But now this is, if this is the manipulation move, this is distribution. The manipulation move was 3.5, right? So I'm wondering then, is then the distribution move, or was this the, you know, so I'm just trying, but anyway, 125, but if I take the bodies, where does the 125 go? The N walk, right? And now this is also very interesting. I noticed that the 0.5 is exactly that blocked line is the event horizon. That's the midpoint between two N walks, which I also use a lot. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave it at this level now, because I do see a lot of things that are matching up now. This is the N walk. We've got the 1 here. So would this be an indication that we might go lower, and then the 125 is here? Or if I just use the bodies, oh, I've got insects in my face, flying in my face. Yeah, so then we have, well, obviously we have a retracement here, right? You can see that we have a retracement here. So this level here is exactly the 125 look. It's all algorithmic. Look here. You see where my line is? 125. Boom. You see where we make the low? I gave 2 really good tips today. My 1/3 levels, which I also made it short so everybody can see it. I think actually I should take that one down. Such a good, it should stay a secret. But, and the 125, because here you look, you see? I always use those levels to either to look for retracements or, well, most of the times they're not reversals because 125 is just a retracement level most of the time because it needs to go further down to either the 2 standard deviations or 2.5 or even further, right? Now you do have sometimes in highly manipulated, and if you're in ranges, it doesn't go further than 1, but that's like seek and destroy and stuff like that. But if you have a normal day, 1.25, 1.5, and 1.75, but especially the 1.25 guys. I just hope at some point, because I never see people use those levels. But I really hope that people start to just try things out and see how, if it works for your trading and if it really helps you to frame better trades and to frame exits and entries. So, but I just took my level. I just took my short in the morning. But then again, if I would have had the whole day to trade, I would have calculated this, and then if I really think, okay, we've got a really distribution day coming, I use that 1.25 a lot as my first point. But then again, also you see here, the one is exactly in a, what is it, in a volume imbalance? Let me check. Or is it a suspension block? Volume imbalance, a daily volume imbalance. Well, obviously you always get a reaction, right, in a volume imbalance. It's exactly at -1. So that makes sense, right? So I can take this one off. So here you go. Now the question is, are we done for today? Are we going to go up to retrace up to go back down tomorrow? I think we have another no news day tomorrow, right? Let me double check. Are we? And I think only Friday is going to be massive news, right? Today's, what date is it today? 21st today. Nothing today. Well, we knew that already. Tomorrow it's Wednesday already. Goes to 5. Oh, we have a CPI in London. Oh, I like it. Oh, I'm going to start early tomorrow in London. I need to be early tomorrow in London. 2 a.m. We're going to try to do that. And then nothing. No, we do have crude oil. Yeah, the EU people speaking, but not interested in that. And then Friday. Oh, I thought we had Friday red fallen news. I guess because of the government shutdown, they have moved that again, right? We do have existing home sales, orange, so a little bit. Okay, they moved it again. I wonder how long this is going to take, that government shutdown. It seems already, it's like weeks already, right? It started with the NFP week. I remember that because, and then we had, yeah. Okay. Just waiting to see what's going to happen. Oh, it's almost 1:30. Getting excited. Let's see if we stay above the 79%. If not, then we can anticipate move to the downside. Quickly, I'll quickly have a look in Q. Yeah, look, I just don't like, this doesn't, yes, we went through the, it looks like we're going back to the downside, but it could might as well just wake up again. I am not, look, this is really a nasty profile. Oh, it's using this area again. What's this area? Oh, that's my candle. What candle are you using? I marked this box, but look at this box. Sometimes you mark a box and you see how well and you can't remember why did I highlight that box? What was it? That really is a beautiful box, but what was the purpose of this box? Where's the text? It doesn't only takes the flip. I don't want to flip. I want the text message. I didn't put it in. Damn it. What did I highlight here? Look how beautifully it was. You see the body stay in. Now, and again, guys, 0.6 I'm told you, look at this here, how beautifully, how it respected those 1/3 levels, and boom. And let's see, where did it go? Up here. Ah, what a coincidence. Look at that. Where did it go into? Oh, 1/3 again. Let me just see what did I mark here? This is a daily on the higher time frame? No, also it's not a daily thing. Is it a 1 hour thing? I guess it's a 15-minute. It must be a 15-minute thing. I guess so. It's not a breaker. Is it a 5-minute thing? No, I don't know. I don't know why what this box is. I always have to highlight it, otherwise I forget. I just forget. Okay, let's go back to NQ to gold because I'm very interested because I think we can get a larger move on NQ on gold than on NQ today in the PM session. Even if it's on the downside, but also to the upside. It might even go all the way back to if it goes to the upside, we might go back all the way to 930 price. That's a possibility. Mm, I tend to believe we're in the low is in, but I really want to see the 130 move. Starting bullish. Now, let me see if we're going to frame a trade. Did we take out 327? We took out the low here. We are inverting this one here. I like that. For the first inversion, where's my first presented fair value gap? You're going to form here. Okay, you're in. Okay. It should form. Why is it not forming? Oh, of course. This candle is not done yet, Slimpy. Yeah, there we go. Now let's see if price, we have an inversion and we have the first presented. Now, if it's going to bounce off this one, we're very bullish, but then it could still go down after taking one of these highs. But I am inclined to think we're done with the level to the downside, but I just want to see how the 4-hour candle is going to end. And I wish it would have hit 1.5 and not 125 because okay. So it's respecting the first presented fair value gap of the PM session, right? 131. We inverted this one now here. Now we've got liquidity here. This is a long. How many points? 26, 31. That's still 10 points. We've got equal. Yeah, this is a long. I mean, this is a scalp. I need to scalp more. Stop loss is, it's a 1-to-1. It's okay for me to do 1-to-1s. Hey, we are here. Oh, it's actually not a 1-to-1. It's below 1-to-1. That's not good. Well, they need to go above then. Well, we're in a macro. I mean, we're sort of like running, right? I'm not going to put it on my. I'm going to wait until 2 o'clock before I put my money on the line. There's a 1-to-1, but we have confirmation in the sense of we have an inversion. We have already a displacement away from this first presented. We're already moving away, and we've got liquidity here. Now the 1:30 to 2 o'clock move sets the stage for the PM session. Now what we like to see now is that it creates large fair value gaps so that we get a retracement into one of those, right? So I would love to see large expansion moves now. So that's all what I'm thinking now. Okay, if that's the case, I want to see it go up now. Come on, go back up. Yes. I think it will leave this open. This is a future breaker here. So I'm watching this one here for a future breaker. So if we would get a move to the upside, I will use this as if for a breaker retest entry. So now I'm just taking a scalp just quickly because I just wanted to take this liquidity and for this breaker to be activated. So this, I'm hoping in the 1:30 to 2 o'clock move, the breaker will be activated. I might not take the full run because I don't know, because I'm still trying to, I just want more confirmation. And then, it's a large move to the upside. If we're going to go all the way back up, we've got a lot of room to go. So I'm not too worried, but I want this breaker to be activated. This is going to be a confirmation. If we're going to go over this level and we get a body close exactly where my exit is, I should do my exit 1 point lower because it might not do, sometimes what it does, it just goes one little bit, let me show you, like so, it just creates another high. So I'm playing it safe, let's see. So I want this to be activated, and then I'm going to mark the future breaker already for my next trade. Future breaker, not yet. It's activated when we get a close. There we go. We need a close above the orange line. Then the breaker is activated. Where are you now? Two, 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 two. Two, 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 two. Two, 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 two. Well, we could still go lower. I mean, there's a lot of room to the downside. Don't get me wrong, but we'll see. Sometimes you just need to take a stab at something, right? You just need to try. Now I don't like this. You see how it's sort of like hanging out exactly in the midpoint. And I'm only using the top. Now technically this is the whole breaker, right? But I'm just using the top body to identify the top of the breaker. And if I'm looking for a retest, like say, it would get displacement very fast out of this, for example. This just, I mean, in all honesty, if I look to the left, this just looks like trend line liquidity, and it looks like really it wants to be taken out. But I'm just using this one for now. But technically, it could, if we would get a activation of the breaker, it could retest the whole area, right? But then I did, this is just for me, just to identify where I wanted to go over. And what you can see also, if you use the one candle, and I included the volume imbalance, I just used the whole candle, but you see how it doesn't go over in the midpoint, right? So let's see what it's going to do. Are you going to be bullish or bearish? It's still a little bit we still don't know. I still could be stopped out. Where are you now? It's a beautiful breaker though, if it's going to be a breaker, right? Looks beautiful. Nice, beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4 up close beautiful blue candles. You look beautiful. Now I like this wick here. It looks, let's go. Come on. Where's Dolly? Okay. Now yesterday I need to look at SMT. If I do forget to look at it, please help remind me. But if there's people that trade gold, I would like to know, are you using SL or SE, I mean, or silver for your confluence, for your divergence? Because like we do with ES and NQ. I do have it, I have a map up, but I just wonder if how accurate is it? Can I trust it as much how I would trust the divergence on NQ and ES, how that works? Because yesterday, Francis, I don't know if Francis is here. He pointed out exactly that little. There was a very tiny manipulation on NQ. What could be seen on that little wick on ES. So it's so important to watch, especially at the 2 o'clock, because that's a new 4-hour candle. You need to watch if there's SMT. You don't have to watch SMT all the time, but it's very important to do it like on the whole hour, half an hour, and sometimes the quarters. Because for me, I use the 50-minute mainly, especially for the 4-hour candle. Those are the most significant ones for me. But you see how it's not go. Okay, there you go. I want to see. Come on, go over. I want this breaker activated, and then we have a confirmation. Then we already have 2 confirmations here. We've got an inversion. That's one. Well, I've got already. We are still. The bodies haven't left the 79% of that range, so it's still okay. We're still. That's a valid retracement, right? Got an inversion, we've got a breaker maybe. So if it does not activate the break, it goes back down again, and it goes through this inversion. I don't have to wait then until here to enter a short, but I'm just looking for confirmation here. I'm already in, but if we get the retests close, I'm going to enter in my other account. I'm just gonna now the stop, where normally you put the stop below, but I think that's a little bit too far, in all honesty. So I would not use the whole breaker. I would use this wick in this case. I would not do that, because look at this is a long you know, this is gold, right? This 100 points per. This is a. Oh, it's not too bad. I mean, well, I wouldn't want to go higher than 10 points on gold. So that will be around this area. But then again, it's still risky though, because you can retest the whole breaker. But let me look on the 5 minute if I can find a better entry. See, that's why it's always good to get into the inversion, and then, you know. So even though if this is riskier, right? If you know these, if you get in here, for example, in the inversion and this candle here, boom. Let me see how far, how many points that is. Get in on this candle here. It's all about risk. There you go, you got your 10 points. Well, it's still a little bit more as well. You put it here. But once it moves away from this here, actually you can put it right over here. Because once it goes into this first presented, you already, it sort of invalidates the trade, but it could go to halfway. But that would be still the bottom of the breaker. Yeah, you see how, now this one is okay, sort of is 1-to-1, but now if I enter, even though I enter, it's still a little bit tricky though. But then again, you know, you have to do something at some point, I guess. You need to trust the best part is to, this is already a, let me see 3 minutes. I need to check 3 minutes. You also have a 3 minute breaker, that's very positive. Because sometimes you see a 1 minute breaker, but you don't see a breaker on the 3 and the 1, or the 5. So what does that mean? That means it might just be a retracement, right? But if we see a very solid break on the 3 minute, it becomes more interesting. And let's see if we have one on the 5 minute. Yes, we do. So but the 130 move doesn't do a lot. Oh, I might take a nap. No, I'm just joking. I'm gonna put an alarm at 2 o'clock. Oh, I'm gonna put an alarm at 2 o'clock. It's getting a bit chilly. I'm gonna put on my. I need to put on a little bit of a long sleeve. Look at that slapen, meisje. Dit is wel lekker slapen. So cool. It's really weird weather. It's too cold for the time. Oh. We just need the activation of the breaker. There we go. There we go. Come on. Push out of the box. And we want to close. We don't want to wick and then wick back into it. Why was my, I took my take profit. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I was like, what the hell happened there? Okay, obviously, I don't think that was a smart move actually to do that. I should have had, because now the breaker, let's see if we get a close. I think so, yes. Almost. It's not going to wick back in, right? This is definitely bullish structure now. Damn, I want to get, yeah, you see? You need a close above it. Tricky, very tricky. Ooh, you see that? That's not a close above it. No, it's not. So the breaker is not activated at this point. God. Okay, so actually it's a good thing that I took my, that was maybe the reason why I took my profit, but then again, it could do it in the next candle. But we made a wick, we took a high. So is this like the macro starting almost? Are we going to go down now? So I took a scalp in case we just took a high and then go back down. Actually, that wasn't too bad, right? But then again, if it would spike up further, you sort of like lose out, right? Because then you have to wait for the retest of the breaker. But that was my plan. Okay, that was my plan. Okay, I stopped out in case we get a move to the downside. And now I have to wait for either, if the breaker is going to be activated, which is still a possibility, then I just have to wait for the retest of a breaker and then for a re-entry. And that's a very safe way to play it, unless you are in this area and you can stay in. But then again, you have to sit out through all this going back and forward, and I don't want that anymore. So I'm happy to be stopped out and had a little scalp. It was a good trade. How many points was it? This was here. It's still 20 points, right? Okay, now let's see what happens, because we have no activation of the breaker. So it's still not bullish. But we did have a sweep during. Now, technically, if you do see a thing like that happen, and it's, I'm on the 1 minute, yes. So it's 148. So we took liquidity at 148. Now, technically, you can consider that the start of a macro. You can add those minutes to a macro. So if we start running now to the downside, you want to be careful. Well, I'll show you when it happens. But just remember the time, 148, 48. So 2 minutes before the start of the macro. Oh, gosh, I'm so tired today. I don't know why. You know why? I know why. Because of the weather here. Because it's so windy now and it's a little bit colder than normally it is. And I don't do well with the, hey, sleepwalker, how are you doing? How's it going? What's good? How are you doing? Are you asking what's good, or I'm trying to frame a trade around gold because I'm waiting for this breaker to be activated, but it's not. You see, it just swept this level here, so I'm still not bullish, but also not bearish because I need more information. I don't think NQ. I had a good trade on gold this morning to the downside. One of my models played out. And now I'm just waiting. I've got a scenario if it goes to the downside. I've got a scenario if it goes to the upside, but I just need more information. So I'm just waiting for it to show its head. But it did not activate the breaker, so that means we're still not bullish. So it needs to have a body close above the orange box. So how have you been doing? Have you been trading this morning, AM session? It's so, oh my God, I'm just freezing my butt off here. I love gold. I like gold. I like gold, but I want to know what you're going to do, gold. Are you going to activate this bullish breaker and tell us you're bullish? Or are you going to say, no, I'm not, and I swept this and I'm going lower? We are, so we are respecting, let me just see if I calculated this very correctly. I just want to make sure. Here we go. This range here to here, we still are in 79% of the OT. So we could be still bullish and just retrace to the maximum, right? That is a possibility. So my analysis is, if either we stay here and we activate the breaker, I'm going to be bullish. But if we are going to go lower again and break this level here, then we might go all the way down into this N walk here, right over here. So I got 2 trades, one on gold last night and one on NQ this morning. Oh, NQ, wow. How did that go? Because NQ was a little bit seek and destroy, right? Or was the morning okay? It was a bit nasty, to be honest. I didn't have I was very busy, but I did manage to take one trade on gold after 10 o'clock. My 10-4 model played out. But it was just a little part of the move. I didn't take the whole move. But it's enough, right? You don't need the... what did you do on NQ? What time did you trade? I want to see your trade. I want to go over... I want to watch your trade. And both win it. Did you trade gold in Asia session? Is it tradable, by the way? Oh, Sleepwalker, because you trade gold, you might tell, you could be able to tell me. When you trade gold, do you use, how accurate is the silver? Do you use the SE chart as your divergence, like we use NQ and ES towards each other? Can I trust that as a divergence? Do you use that as in that way as well? Because especially at 2 o'clock, I want to see. I'm going to watch it now, because especially if we get the new 4-hour candle. I think that's around that time. I really want to watch the if anything is happening. Let's see. If I look at the higher time frame on gold, it still looks bearish, in all honesty. I must say. So on the 15 minutes, let me show you. I'm just seeing something that catches my eye on the 15. Now let me take this out. Now, what do we see here? The people that have been following me know what I'm going to do. Probably call me Mrs. 1/3. Probably that's going to be my name. So I'm looking at this wick here and looking how it's functioning as a rejection block, right? And a rejection block means you never. So if you have a large wick, it will never be liquidity straight away. You will always see price action go into it, reverse, and besides my 1/3, my 125 is just as important. As you can see here, we moved all the way down, so this is basically the bottom. But then we went back and forth, and we did not tap in the 0.066. We also didn't tap in 0.5. Now, what does that mean? From my journaling, that tells me that we are still going to go do the downside, because it did not hit one of those levels exactly. When it hits those levels exactly, that is the moment that you are almost, you can, I don't want to say predict, but if it's done, I made a short, because I saw it hit one of the levels, and I was looking at it, okay, we're going to go one leg more down, and it hit the 0.3 exactly, and then it reversed. So as long as we stay in this range, let's see, where's the 7? Oh, I removed that. We don't disregard the OTE levels. We could still futz around in this area and still be okay for a bullish move. But then again, if I look at the price action, it looks a little bit bearish, right? And exactly, we just hit 1.25. So I'm almost inclined to think we are going to go further down. And the breaker has not been activated. We just retested another rejection block, right? So this is how I frame my trades. I love wicks. I love wicks. People who say wicks are just noise. I'm like, really? You miss so much information. It's the manipulations, and all the information is there in the wicks. If you start using them, it gives you so much information, really. So again, we hit 0.5 of this wick. Now, you see that? This wick, 0.5. So, but we're in between two wicks. This wick and this wick. So there are two rejection blocks. So you don't know. So you just don't know. You have to be okay with that. And that's why I'm like, okay, I just want the breaker to be activated, or we're going to go down. And we're going to work our way into this rejection block further down to the downside, and then this becomes liquidity. But for now, it's not liquidity for me. It is a rejection block. So, okay, let's go back to the 1 minute. Sometimes I think I hear myself, I'm like, oh my god, I'm talking so much, but I guess it would be weird if I'm quiet, if I have the stream and I'm quiet, right? I think. Okay, Sleepwalker, I want to read what you're saying. I got 2 trades. I know that. This morning I bought US Tech 100, 23,235 and closed 10.54. Okay. Okay. TP hit. I got an alert on XUA USD. Sold. Closed. Okay. Good. So you're not sitting. Oh, look at that. My breaker is going to be activated. I get excited. Now, I did say, because I had a little scalp, and I just want to see. I just took it a little bit on this level because I thought, okay, it might just create another high, an equal high, and it might not activate my breaker. Then if it goes down, at least I've got a scalp. So I took like 20 points just now on gold. It was a paper trade, though. I wasn't in yet. But then I wanted to see. But now I have one rule. If I got out of that trade and I have to wait for a breaker retest now, that will be because if we're bullish and we have a close now the breaker has been activated. This is for me now bullish. I have my bullish confirmation on gold. I am okay now. Now I'm not going to now I could enter, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show discipline. I'm very eager to just enter right now because the confirmation is there. Breaker is activated. Now technically this is the whole breaker. We can get a retest of the whole breaker. I keep an eye on silver, yes. However, I have levels that I watch and set alert because NQ is my main. I don't trade gold by sessions. More so alerts. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like what you're doing because apparently it's working, right? But yeah. Okay, so gold bullish now, very bullish. But I'm not getting in, guys. If I would be by myself, I would have entered. But why am I not entering right now? That's because I got in and I decided to take a scalp. So my risk reward, if I have a breaker trade, my breaker trade means I get in and then my stop loss needs to be below the breaker. And that's with this entry. I find it too low, too risky. So I just want to show you guys. So now, even though we get a breaker retest, it's still the same issue, right? But then I have a retest. Hold on, I'm hearing something. Oh, I think my cat, I locked my cat out. Hold on. Sorry. Are you kidding? You have to slow down. Oh, that's crazy. I have a cat that knows how to knock. I guess they, yeah. So now. So because I took a scalp, I could have stayed in, but then again, I just want to be sure because but now, well, okay, it's 16 points. It's still doable, but I do want to see a retest and preferably in a macro time because it could still, sometimes they could still fill, right? But we have a 3-minute breaker. We've got a 5-minute breaker. I just want to see a tap, and if I see a tap, I will get in, but I need a retest now. Now the problem is it might not give it, and that would suck because I want to be in that trade. But this is a confirmation. Yeah, and look, it's so bullish now, guys. I mean, I'm really, I will get, I'll be upset if I cannot get in because I already took a 1-to-1 trade with this little scalp because I didn't want to sit through well, let's see if it's going to retest. We do have, you could just tap it, and then I might be in drawdown. See, if I now think about this, this is very interesting because I now think, you know what, I should have entered, stayed in that trade, but then I had to sit through this drawdown, right? Yeah, I only stream on YouTube. Are there any other places I should stream? I think it's enough actually. I really like it here. I think I also like. I'm just gonna hold my. I would like it to go a little bit more deeper inside. I would like preferably a retest of this area, but I don't think we're gonna get that, right? Hello, Dolly. You knocking cat? I don't think it's gonna go very deep in the breaker. It doesn't have to. It's all. This is all balanced. Um, 348. 2. Okay. I like it. We're gonna go more. Okay, I'm getting in. Hold on. Buy. One more down. One more leg down. We're gonna give one more leg down. One more leg down. Just one little candle to down. Just give us a wick here. Okay, I'm getting in. This is a breaker retest. Okay, I was waiting for that move down a little bit. Stop loss. Now, technically, my stop loss needs to be here. Now, let's say it's I only would, right now, I only trade micro gold, by the way. I'm not going to go with real gold, but my TP would be all the way. I think we're going to go all the way back up to 930. Now, I need to reassess that. Now, remember, the whole breaker can be retested, right? So that's why it's a little bit tricky, this area. But then again, we have a inversion here. We've got a first percent fair value gap. So technically, you don't want, if it starts getting into this inversion, I already might get out because then it's just it's a fake move. But it's a nasty one because normally when you get a breaker, you can, it's also a 5-minute break. Let me double check if the 5-minute breaker has been activated. Just want to be sure. Yeah, no, okay. Oh, the 5-minute breaker. Yeah, this is a breaker as well here. We did not retest this one yet, or we did not activate this one, but we deactivated this one. It should be enough. It should be enough. Let's see. But hey, you never know. We always are in for a surprise. That's why we need a stop loss. Um, See, we are doing. We make a high. We make a new high. We create it in a breaker. We created a high in a macro. 5 past 2, right? 5 past 2, and this one is in a macro as well. So what happens most of the time when we create a high in a macro? We are going to take it out in another macro, but that means we have to wait an hour. 5 past 2. Are we gonna do we have to wait till 5 past 3 now, or around 3 o'clock? I don't know if I like that. Well, we did activate the breaker. Yeah, breaker activations are very, for me, I mean, I trade that very with a little bit more with conviction, let me put it that way. But hey, sometimes it's still it does manipulate, right? But hey, sometimes you just need to take a risk, otherwise we never. It's part of the game, right? And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You move on. You try again. That's how it just works. You don't get upset with it. You just. But it doesn't look very. It sort of looks bearish in a way. I just don't like it. It does not look bullish to me at all on the higher time frame. Two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. It does not look bullish at all on the higher time frame. Uh, 4 hours. Okay. Well, we just have to wait, right? I mean, we have to. I'm still learning ICT. I'm reading a book. What are you reading, Sleepwalker? Well, the breaker entry is quite simple. I mean, it's not really that complicated. You just need a sweep for the bullish breaker. You need a low, high, lower low, and lower low means you need a sweep here. So if you have liquidity taken here and you have like up close candles, you have to wait until the breaker is activated. The breaker is not a breaker until we have a close above the breaker. This is not an activation of the breaker because there's no body close above the yellow box. I highlighted the yellow box just to make it visual, right? This candle here activated this breaker because you have a close over it, and then this is the retest. Now this retest, I don't really like it. It's sort of like consolidation in a breaker, right? So I'm just looking if I could frame a bearish breaker as well. Are we retesting? We are not. No, we are not. No, it's still. No, we are. This is a bullish structure. This cannot be a different structure, but. I'm driving myself mad. But look at this. This is setting up for a low resistance liquidity run. This is beautiful trend line liquidity. Look at this. It's just too beautiful. Just beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? But no, the breaker is, I mean, if you start really focusing on the breaker, it is, I love it. There we go. We're moving away from it. Yes. Love it. Only micro gold, nothing else.
Order filled.
Yeah. But the structure is still a little bit weird to me, how it's behaving. I'm just, I have a very tight stop on my, I'm not going below half of this point on my other account. Taking a bit of a risk here. I'm sort of not taking a risk in the sense of that it's bullish in the structure wise, but it's more time wise. Because what I just noticed is that if we created a high here, right? Oh, I've got to check S&T with silver. Let me quickly do that. Pa, 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 pa. Where are you? Did we take out? We did not take out. The 2 o'clock took out the 145. The 2 o'clock took out the 145. 2 o'clock. Okay, no, we don't have any S&T with SE with silver. Oh, you see, this is what I mean. I'm getting out on my other account when it hits the mid line because I don't want to be in that. See, it just doesn't look. You see, this 4 hour doesn't look bullish at all to me. I'm still in. Didn't get out. Didn't get out yet. Yeah, I'm getting out. I'm not gonna wait for that. You know, a retest, when I talk about a break or reset, it's just when you go out of it and you have one, you go back into it and you just tap it and you go out of it. Maybe just a few candles into it, but you don't want to be in this. That is something I don't consider a good retest. That is just consolidation and it could fake you out. So me no like. That's not the retest that I'm looking for. Yeah. No, I have a little bit of in the red, but I got a really good trade this morning, so I'm still green. But this trade I gave back some of my profits on gold. That's okay. Once it goes, and it's gonna go. I mean, there's a lot of room to the upside. Um, it's a long trade. I think it's a really, really good trade if it goes up, it goes up very nicely. But it's not supposed to be easy, right? Otherwise, it would not. I guess it would also take the fun away if it would be too easy. So yeah, we were up for a challenge. It's okay, gold. We'll take the challenge. Don't worry, we'll do it. You can be like this. Now I need some information here. Why did I not do that all those days? Hmm. Oh, here we go. Where are you? Do, 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 do. Okay. Uh, dun, dun, dun. There's so much consolidation in the area, right? So it's sort of hard to read. I'm more inclined, even though we had a breaker retest, I'm sort of like, it feels bearish to me, if I may be honest. Because we have a higher breaker as well, right, which has not been activated. So we have a lower breaker that has been activated, but there's one more actually higher from it, which has not been activated. So is that maybe the fake out, right? Because it did not. But okay, here we go. I back up again. That is really going to make a large move to the upside. Are you, or are you just going to hang around in this area for a while and not go all the way back up to 930? This is a large move. It's really a large move all the way back. Maybe it should be just 4162-ish. Is that enough? Maybe it's my TP is a little bit too high. I think I'm asking too much. Yeah, but it's beautiful. I mean, this liquidity is beautiful. It created everything just after lunch. It just, yeah, you have to go up just a little bit, right? 4162. But you're so bearish, and then 4162. 4162. Okay, let me do that. I think this is a better area for now. But this is not a good sign. I mean, it's doing one of them squeeze. Yeah. When you see this behavior in a breaker, you actually don't want to be in it. Okay, don't put your money on the line. Because you really want to see when breaker retest is just, this would have gone out, and and then it goes back into the range. It taps it. It could go into it a little bit, takes out into it, and then it goes away from it again. But this is just back and forth, and it sort of like also devalues the whole setup a little bit. To be honest, it doesn't make it as strong anymore as because also technically we do have a higher. Do we have a higher breaker? Uh, yeah, this is a breaker as well. Um, well, let's see. But like I said, guys, and this is really, I mean, you have to watch time. Time is so important. The moment that I see that this high has been created at 3:05, I'm just wondering, because lately I noticed that, okay, are we going to take it out very quickly, or do we have to wait an hour? Because sometimes if a high is created in a macro because it's a higher high than this high, which has also been created. No, this is outside macro. This one is inside macro. Well, let's see if we are going to take it out in the 20 to 30, or do we really have to wait to the next macro? And I don't like that, because that means we're going to get in consolidation for more than 40 minutes. But hey, let's just watch and learn. I mean, I hope not. 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 This is the whole breaker area, but let me just mark the last candle, this one here. Hey, what happened? I said just mark this one. I didn't tell you to go back. Here we go. Now, technically, if you're a scalper, right, you can scalp this. You can just scalp from the high to the box to the low of the box, right? If you have this one candle, you could go back and forth, right, from here to there, and most likely it goes back again into this area until it breaks out on one side. Now you can already see that the bodies are, or it's sort of like, hangs around in this area, in the first candle, in the first area of the wick. So why did I move it to the top one? Because for me, it sort of like becomes already clear. Like if we really have a breakdown to the downside, my trade would be, well, you see, I've got my stop already there, right? So I actually should put it one tick lower. Actually, I should do it below this one here, just in case we get away. But technically, it's the first candle actually invalidates my trade. But here we go. We're going out of it now, so. 226, I mean. Yeah. Yeah, we should get a nice run into maybe this area here, right? 4 to 12. Well, this is the event horizon. So we are definitely going to react here. That means the midpoint between two. Am I saying that correctly? Let me just double check, guys. I just want to make sure that I say it correctly. Yes. So the event horizon means the midpoint between two NWOGs, which is a very strong liquidity point, and it will most likely stop there. And just retrace or just give a reaction, not stop in the sense of reversal, but give a reaction. Yes. So and as always, when you see this liquidity, it never takes it out in one run, right? So you will most likely see a stop here. My NQ trade this morning is from the 10 4-hour candle open to midnight open. Yeah, nice. So my trade was from the 10 to the 4 o'clock on gold. That was my short. But I didn't see my 10-4. I did see that a 10-4 worked out today, but it wasn't high probability, but it still worked out. But you took it from 10 to the 4 to midnight open. I want to see that. Yeah, I love those 4-hour distributions. Where is the? Am I on NQ? Yes, I am. 10. But it was definitely sort of seek and destroy in the morning, so it's pretty good if you could have traded that. That's pretty awesome. I mean, 10. Here you go. 10 open. 10 open to midnight. Midnight. Where is my midnight? It was all the way up here. Wow. But then you have been through some drawdown as well here, or did you enter in this retest of the 10 o'clock? Because this would have been one of my, that the 10 o'clock can be a retest here. You see it very nicely, right? This would be an entry for me. 10:45. If I see a retest like this of the 10 o'clock, boom. But I would have just taken it. I don't know if I would have taken it all the way up to midnight, to be honest. I think I would have just taken it to the first presented. and then maybe re-entered here. 11:17. Wow, so you sat through all this. You sat through this consolidation. That's amazing. I don't know if it's what I want to do better, but I need distribution moves. I cannot do this. Wow. So then you literally sat through it all day, but that's a beautiful move. I mean, that's pretty awesome. But no, my trade, in all honesty, I would have just traded. Well, it was here, my trade. I would have traded, I said 10-4, right? You see the 4 o'clock here? This would have been my trade. 10 retest. I just market order in because I see a retest, and most likely I would have just traded this. This would have been my trade. This is my. I would have gotten out at the 4 o'clock. I wouldn't care. I don't care when I see seek and destroy. Yeah, that would be my. I would not have taken it all the way to mid. I would not have done that, I think, today. But hey, awesome trade, man. I would love to be able to do that. 41 points. Okay, well, let's retest of GC. What? Yeah. Yeah, it was a retest of the 10 o'clock. I mean, that can be retested too, right? You can have a breaker retest, but you can also have retest of time. And I use my root candles as well. Those are retested as well sometimes. And then I also enter. And I use them as premium and discount as well. So talking about it. Oh my God, this fly is bugging me. I think it's going to fly into my mouth at some point because I'm talking so much. So I'm sort of like worried that I'm going to get a fly into my mouth. He's like, oh my God, you talk too much, woman. Yeah, go away. Oh, it's a little moth. Yes, it's okay, but you need to go. I've got so much light here because the studio lights, right? So that's why I probably will have a lot of insects around my head. Summer is starting here now, so you wouldn't say with my clothes on, but technically summer is starting. Yeah. Let me see another wood candle. I want to show you guys. Did we have any? The 130 is here. Let's put on some other wood candles. Let's see how well they work today. Will give us confirmation. So when I have stacked wood candles, it means we get consolidation, and I do see some stacked wood candles here. And that is 1235, but that's not stacked with anything else. Okay, we are getting out of the range. Good. To here, 41646. Okay, there we go. We're running. Okay, so that was not an okay, we're out of the breaker again. Jesus, what a trade. It's not easy, but I think it's a safe trade to take it all the way to the event horizon 4151. Well, it might take a while. It might use the whole rest of the day to get there. Is this a retest? Boom, boom. Give displacement. Are we in a 233? Nice time. I like that one. I like that time. I think it's gonna run now. Are you gonna run now, gold? Are you ready to run? I think so. You're ready to run. Okay, time to displacement. We're gonna now. Are you gonna now activate this breaker as well? I think it's gonna squeeze, right? Do you think so? Sleepwalker, is it ready to squeeze to the upside? But all this beautiful trendline liquidity that's all created for the PM session move. Again, a wick here, so this could be a potential go. Oh no, don't go in my coffee. Are you kidding me? No. So I wouldn't be surprised because we created this wick here in 2 past 3. We might have to wait for another macro for it to be taken out. But let's see. I hope it's going to do it now. We might get another retracement into the range and then go out the real full macro. But it looks like it wants to run, right? Don't you think so? It looks now a little bit more bullish than I'm getting a little bit more confirmation. Now we can see this candle here form. Yes. Come on, go, go, go. Okay. I've got 2 micros in. I entered again when we got into here, and my stop is around this area here. And my TP is here at the event horizon. Now I do think we might not get there in one straight line. I do believe that we might stop at 4146-ish. Yeah. And if we really 4146 and what else? Maybe even 4157. 4157. Okay, I might even get out of 4157. Let me change it. I would rather have it a few points lower just to be stopped, because sometimes I don't want to wait that last. Why am I here? 4157. Oh, that is. Oh, where is this event horizon here? 4157. I don't want to be higher. This is okay for me. This is good enough. Yeah. We're not going to be greedy today. We're just going to be happy with a distribution move. Now, technically, again, if there's the manipulation. The distribution started here, then this would have been the entry, right? In a macro 152, right? And then you don't have to sit through all this bullshit. Then you don't care, and your stop goes. Well, literally, you stop. It's a turtle soup, right? If you hear this is a safe low, you can trust this one. But I'm gonna bring my stop up here. It's a good trade. It's an awesome trade. This is good money on gold. If you trade the full 20 points, $2,000 if you trade the real gold. I'm not going to do the GC yet. I'm just doing the micros for the time being, and I might scale up at some point, but I'm just fine with a couple of micros. I really want to make sure that I know the levels well, just like I do NQ. But NQ, I still also do micros, and I just sometimes I do micros, sometimes I do minis. Just depends on the market. But gold is just going to be micros for now, just being fully transparent until I really, really, really. Oh, I forgot to check. I want to see again if there's any S&T. If there's any difference now. I don't think so. I don't think there's S&T, right? No, they're both running. So I think we might have SMT later on at those levels that we are indicating right now. So we have to keep an eye on that, I think. Hello, LCF. You got a decent entry. Let's see. Yeah, no, you know where it's going, but that's something I'm really working on to improve my executions because I'm talking a lot and I'm a little bit I'm a little bit distracted lately. And also, yeah, I'm very excited with how things are going, and to talk with you guys and to share stuff. But I noticed that I am sometimes a little bit late with my entries, and then I don't get because it's different when you trade by yourself or you're doing a stream, right? So, like I said, kudos to the people that stream and are able to trade as well. But it is something I'm really working on improving my entries and my exits because I'm a distribution trader and obviously I want the highest R to R. To take also to get into more trades, which might have a little bit more risk, and also when you're a little bit late, you want to still get in. See now because it's already going back, I might give back some of my profit, and I don't like that. I don't like that. But I think it's still good. I think it's still going to run. But you have to be careful. It's highly manipulative. But hello, LCF. I hope I say it correctly. How are you doing? Now did we activate this breaker? Yes, we did. This is a little bit nasty price action, but it still was bullish, right? Technically we activated this breaker as well. But we did take out this high. Hmm. Gosh. This structure still looks bearish to me, but I just don't know. It's annoying. Yeah, I overlooked the manual as well. Gosh, I'm really bothered by this little creature bothering me. It's ICT, SMT, FAD. I've got that one, and I use it on the 15-minute. Yes. I use the same one. I like that one as well, Fady. It's pretty awesome. These guys, they make awesome indicators, right? So, Elsie Faye, I don't think I've seen you before here, right? If I'm correct. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, look at that. Okay, I'm stopped out. There we go. Okay, I stopped out. That's okay. I mean, it was, you have to be okay with that if you have a good analysis and um, like I said, the entry wasn't ideal because we're still stopped out. But you know what? It's a stop out because it's stopped out because we're going in the different direction. But we could still go up. It's nasty though, because this is what I mean with the breaker retest. This is not a proper breaker retest because it's been testing this area constantly and then it just goes up, takes liquidity, and is not going maybe any further. Could be. Well, let's see. We might take a short then. If it's going to go disrespect everything, we might take it to the downside. We still have 1 hour to go. Like I said, 125 level of this is technically just a retracement, and we got that. But then again, this is a bullish structure. But I guess this is what it means, highly manipulated markets, right? It manipulates you, it tricks you, it does things to fool you. But the higher time frame, I mean, I kept saying it just doesn't look bullish to me. Look how this candle now. This is just the manipulation wick of the 4-hour 2 o'clock candle, right? But then again, are we going to get 4 large distribution candles? Because if we go down, we're going to go all the way down to this end wall. It looks like we're going down. We already broke one of the. But I did say we could retest the whole area, this whole breaker area, but it just gets weak. It just doesn't have its value anymore. It's just a weak breaker. But we did just retest at the 5-minute. But yeah, I love that ICT, the SMT. That's the one that is pretty good. But there's another one that's pretty good. That is which is real time, and I'm not sure if that's Fady or it's another one. Let me just double check. Because it looks like we're going down. Let me see which one that is. That is real time. Yeah, I think SMT divergence from TFO. I think that's one is actually quicker than the ones from Fady. I used to use that, but then Lumi, she was going into that, and she found that TFO, this one is real time, and I think Fady is a little bit behind that one. But I think I always used to use that one as well. But check out the SMT divergence from TFO. And see if you can see any difference within that. But I still have to, I don't want to populate it on my chart because there's too much information. I have to really think about it to check it out all the time. But I think now we should check it because with it moves down, there might be some divergence, right, with ES and with SE. So SE created not a higher high, and NQ did, yeah. We've got SMT definitely to the downside now. 2 o'clock. Yeah, we've got SMT. We're going down now. I think we have a confirmation. Yes. Okay. So this is the SMT is right over here in this area here. And gold took this out, and silver did not. But now I just don't know if it's really, if I can trust it, because I don't know if it's just same trustworthy as we have the trust with and ES and Q. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to watch right now because I have, I think, 3 stopouts now. I think that's enough. It happens sometimes. I think the analysis is okay, right? You frame a breaker, it's a normal setup that 9 out of 10 times works. But then again, this is sort of like contradicting the lower time frame. This is for me still bearish, but this was bullish. But we have SMT with silver, so I don't know, guys. It's sort of like hard to read at the moment. It's not as easy and straightforward. Like, okay, because also if I hit 1.25, it's not. We're not done yet. The move is not done yet, right? It's just a retracement move, and that's what we have on the 4-hour. But hey, breaker retest, but the test is a little bit too long. Now again, we're going a little bit lower, but it looks like it wants to go up again. But if you see, this area looks sort of like balanced, right? Does it really need to go up here? I don't know. Would NQ would have been easier to, no, look at NQ, guys. I'm happy that I'm not trading NQ. Look at that. Let's just go up, and then, we're sticking to gold. Even though gold is being annoying as well, we're just sticking to this, just to learn and to see what if we can. You see, and this is really clearly now a rejection block, right? Rejection, we get 130 rejection, but now because we had this rejection, I would say, and again, and this is 1/3. Now, especially if we would go further down, it could be done with the rejection, but we could go one leg down, more down, and hit the 0.5 again, go back up a little bit. But then, for me, this wick has done its job as a rejection block, and then it's ready to be liquidity. So you always have to think like, okay, a wick is never liquidity straight away, especially the larger ones. If you look at the higher time frame, even on the 5-minute, when you see a large wick like that, consider it a rejection block first instead of a liquidity point. And at least you want to see 1 or 2 time rejection. Sometimes 1 is enough. And then watch, mark the rejection blocks and see how, in your journaling, and see where it rejects from. And you'll see some interesting stuff. So, but look at this 4-hour, guys. It just doesn't look bullish, does it? It looks like it wants to go down. It's just waiting for its time. It works its way in this rejection block now. 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap. Let's see. So I'm switching my bias a little bit. I'm just like, okay, I've been stopped out with my breaker trade now 3 times. So the breaker is not really, now technically we are in that whole breaker area, so it could still go up, right? I mean, let's have a look. See, now we're retesting the first presented fair value gap. That's actually what you want to see. Maybe that's a good entry, right? And then stop below the. Okay, let's mark the whole breaker again, because I did say it could retest the whole area. This is the whole breaker. Breaker has been activated here. We go in. We take out another high. We go back in, and now we really retest. And now we retest the first presented fair value gap as well. And we also now activated this breaker. This is not a breaker. No, this is not a breaker. Or is it? No, it's not. Well, it does have a lower low, low, high, lower low. But we've got candles in between. This should be a breaker then. Low. No, because no, this is not. I don't think this we can consider this a breaker. Let us go into the fair value gap here. Because this is an intermediate term high. We have not taken out the intermediate term high. We are higher here. Okay. I'm gonna go to the 3-minute just to see. God, we're stuck in consolidation all day, all session. Gosh, golly. Oh my God, we've got some other people that subscribe. Thank you guys. I just noticed that I'm up 128 subscribers instead of, I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't as high as that. But I don't see, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Crazy stuff. Thank you guys. I wish I could get a notification on it, but I'm not getting it. It should be activated, but I just made a short thanking people because I crossed 100 subscribers in the weekend, and it was sort of like bummer that it happened in the weekend because I was sitting by myself on Sunday. I think it was Sunday, and I was like, and I was just checking. I was looking at some stats, and I was looking at what how my shorts were doing, and what I was. I just needed to repost something. I can't remember. Like what 100. And it's really nice when you're on a stream, you can share it with the people that are there. And I didn't know who did it because it was in the weekend, so it was sort of a bummer. And I was just by myself. I'm like, okay. And I know my friends, I just don't bother them. I know they respect me, but if I talk about the channel, they're like, yeah, whatever, nice for you. But I can tell that they really do not really give a shit. They're just not interested in trading or whatever. So I don't really talk about it unless they really ask. But I did say, hey, you know what? I passed. Oh, that's good for you. Congratulations. And that's it, right? But you sort of like it's a milestone, especially as a YouTuber when you just start out, and without any social media. It means that the algo is finally pushing you to the right people. So it's a big thing, I think. But it was sort of a bummer. So I hope that the next milestone. So I really like it when things happen in the stream, so you can really, thank the people who are subscribing, and you can, be interactive. But anyway, so I'm just saying that. But hey, it's already today is Tuesday, so we're just 2 days later, and it's already 28 higher than Sunday. So I'm very excited. I'm really, yeah, it's just a very exciting journey, I guess. But anyway, thank you again. Just want to say that. So I almost want to say, hey, do not subscribe in the weekend, only on stream. Yeah, that's funny. So I guess when a instrument has such a large move, it's sort of like expected, but you would think maybe you would get a retracement, like back into the range, and then one more move at least. But I guess we have to wait till the crazy elbow. I'll just double check NQ again, but I don't think it's more interesting. No. So we're really not missing anything on NQ, guys. It's okay to miss this. But hey, Sleepwalker, you really had a nice trade. I'm really impressed with that one. All the way back to midnight. Wow, that is just interesting. I'm definitely gonna journal. I always journal the days, even though. Hey, Selecta OOT. I made a YouTube channel sometime back. Haven't been on it a while. Hey, yeah, why not? Are you gonna start a YouTube channel too? Just do it. I'll log in and subscribe. Oh, you mean you want to subscribe? Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, I thought you want to start a YouTube channel. You sort of like started and just didn't do anything. Oh, you didn't subscribe yet. Hey, I didn't say it for that reason, but I mean, it is very exciting when you hit the 100 milestone, because I never thought I would hit it so in within 2 months, to be honest. And I was also I don't care. I actually don't care about it, because I'm more interested in getting the right kind of people here, and have nice chats and things like that, which is happening already. So it's just very exciting. I did not expect it to be so nice as it is right now. So, but you don't have to. I'm not saying it that to push you to do it. Oh, Selecta, listen, I just started trading gold last week, actually, so I'm still getting into it, but I love it. I really, I used to be, but there are a few people that are trading gold now. Lumi is trading gold. There are other people that I see more others also trade gold, but hey, I really like gold. How long have you been trading gold? Because I can use tips on gold, because I know NQ pretty intimately, almost, because I've been trading NQ very, like, almost 3 years. So I know the levels. I sort of like, you start really seeing some things and behavior. So, but I must say, I'm very impressed with gold so far. It's very clean. This morning I had a good trade on gold. One of my models played out. So I must say, this afternoon I've been stopped out a few times, but I guess that's just the behavior of this time. But yeah, Tommy. But I'm actually surprised that you haven't found anyone that, because if I'm looking around, I see a lot of people trading. I'm like, oh my god, I thought I was doing something like, oh, I'm branching out with NQ to go, but now I'm like, oh, everyone is actually doing that. But hey, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. So I've got a lot of people. Actually, I started doing gold because on request of some subscribers, they said, no, you need to start analyzing gold for us as well. I said, okay. And I was a little bit like, oh my god, I have to start, doing something different than NQ. I'm so used to it. But hey, I love it. It'll be on the menu, and Q has to share me now. Yes. So anyway, welcome. Oh my God, early riser and sleepwalker. Are you connected in some way? It is so funny. Early riser and sleepwalker. You have to be connected in some way, either your family or you both have sleeping issues. Are you is there like a sleeping club or people that have sleeping issues where you This is my channel that I had started. I posted 2 trades in a short just now so you can see. But guys, are you connected? I'm just really curious. Or is it just a coincidence that you know each other and you have similar, your names are sort of like, oh, I love it. Just, oh my God. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Oh, you are sleepwalker. Hey, it's sleepwalker. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, sorry. See, I'm tired. Hey, it's sleepwalker. This is my channel that I had started. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I get you now. Yeah. Oh, okay, you just, are you in my 130 then? You are sleepwalker. Okay, early rising. Okay, but you are in the sleeping. Your names are very much in the sleeping area. So I would say, so from sleepwalking, you become an early riser. Hey, listen, I love to go to bed. I'm a night person and I'm a morning person, so it's sort of like difficult sometimes because I have to sleep obviously, and I love to sleep, but I wish I just needed 4 hours of sleep or maybe 3 hours. That would be perfect, but I need a little bit more than that. But yeah, I sleep during Asia because I have to sleep sometime, right? But if I wouldn't have need so much sleep, I would probably trade Asia too. Hey, Selecta, you just your message. I just wanted to read it. I just wanted to go over your trade, but I guess you removed it for some reason. That's okay. But yeah, so I have a specific model that I call it my 10-4, and it worked out pretty. It was very clean on gold today, and it was literally the distribution move. So it's a 10. So obviously 10-4. So you wait till the yeah, I'm sure they have history, so that's why I'm not. So I thought actually early riser was someone who said, "Hey, Sleepwalker is here." But Selecta, okay, you do trade gold in London session only? No, I'm also now implementing it in London because I do trade London and I'm online on London as well. So where are you from? Are you going to join me in London as well? So a lot of people said, "Oh, gold is only good in pre-market US," but I see a lot of good moves in London session too. So, but I'm trying to build some more models in London session, and obviously, if they work in NQ, I believe they work on gold too, because my 10-4 model works pretty well on gold. I took it today, and very solid trade, and it's very mechanical. I just get in at the manipulation move of the 10 o'clock 4-hour candle, which obviously can also be the 1-hour candle, and then I just write it back down to A4 AM. It could be the previous one, the one of that day, or of previous days, but there have to be some specifics that makes them valid or not. So but yeah, today mark the 4 o'clocks on your charts, and you'll see the distribution moves are become very mechanical then. And I just get out. You know, the move went a little bit lower, but I just get out, and I'm fine with that because it's just very mechanical. Oh, you are currently in Qatar, where I am from the Netherlands, but I live in South Africa now. Yes. Qatar, you're the first one from Qatar. Hey, Ron Sarkar, first time in your chat. How long have you been trading professionally? Well, I don't think I'm trading professionally, but I have been trading 6 years, and I got consistently profitable after 3 years. I found ICT, and then after 8 months studying ICT extensively, I started to become profitable, and then it took up to a year, and maybe a few months later, it became consistently profitable. So it still took a little bit of time, but I think I would not have been profitable without ICT. And I added more time-based elements to my trading. So ICT based, but I do add some more time-based elements to it. No, Selector, I only have YouTube at the moment. This is the community. You are in the community now. This is it. I try to be online in London and New York. So yeah, so it's 6 years in, but you know, you go through the retail route, you make I guess the common mistake. So actually, you know, we have some really young guys here. Thank you, Selecta. I'm happy to have you. You know, I mean, I almost get emotional because I'm getting so much support from you guys, and even when the group was really, really small, it was such a loyal group already, and just such a supportive group. Because if you, as a YouTuber, you know, when I started, I had a few streams, and I was looking like, oh my God, there's no one there. But I thought, you know what, I have to keep talking because I cannot just stop the stream because there's no one there. But of course there's no one here because no one knows me, right? And I didn't tell my friends or any trading buddies because I thought the YouTube algo needs to find the right people that suit my niche. But imagine, right? So I was like, blah, 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 and you're looking and you see zero, and you're like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, I just pretend you're talking to a friend and the people are watching the video afterwards. So I had to keep going. And I was like, okay, you know, I'm obsessed about charts. So I'm just going to talk about charts, and I try to forget about it. But, you know, it works like, oh my God. And then suddenly I remember the first few people. And I think maybe they thought, oh my God, you know, let's give this girl a little, you know, support. I don't know. I don't think they were really there they liked it. But the first few people, they were so supportive, and it, you know, it's from that on, it just kept on going very slowly. But hey, yesterday I also had it. Sometimes it's like, because sometimes YouTube doesn't, as a new channel, YouTube doesn't send your feed out because it doesn't know what to do with you in the beginning, right? So it's not that your content is bad, but it just doesn't send people don't see it because YouTube doesn't push it yet. So, but anyway, guys, I'm very excited that YouTube now is starting to push me to the right people, and you're coming here, and I can tell we are all the right fit for each other. I can see from the way we are chatting and the interest in the trading, and it's exactly what I want. It's exactly what I had in mind when I started this channel. Well, yeah, and I think it's I want to be focused on quality, on content, but also have fun in the meantime. And also, I mean, in the chat, I hardly have any issues with people that are nasty because sometimes they're nasty, but they bugger off very quickly because they can't get any the people that are already here, they won't let it happen, and they can feel it very quickly. So I'm very, I'm just very, I'm a little bit emotional about it because it's just such um, it's just, yeah, it's just really amazing the support that I'm getting. So I'm really highly appreciated. Thank you so much. Because there's no channel without you guys. If no one comes and watch, what am I doing? I'm just talking to myself, right? So, yeah, I can't say it enough. And I never expected this to happen so fast, in all honesty. So thank you again. Um, but yeah, um, I didn't miss any questions, right? Yeah, I'm just watching, guys. There's really nothing to trade. The only thing that I want to share is that I use those 1/3 levels, and they give you a lot of information. But for now, we just have to watch. And I mean, we're not going to put in any trades. And Q also. Let me check again. It's just hovering in this. Oh, I've got this little moth. You'll see a lot of insects. Summer is starting, so. I just hope it flies into my mouth. Um, yeah, hello, Bark Out Loud channel. What do you think about NQ? Yeah, I was just thought of like, hey, let's quickly have a look at NQ if it gives any. Well, you can see right now. I'm happy that I focused on gold, even though it didn't do much. But this is the opening range gap, the gray box, and that's the gap that we that forms between the close at 4:15 Eastern and 9:30 open. And you see when we left, it was a seek and destroy profile. Let me go to the 5 minute because I cannot watch these candles like this. They make me sick. Oh my God, even on the 5 minute. Well, so you see we opened up, we went down, and we tapped into it. It was hard to trade, but I know, hey, we have someone here that really had a good trade. Pretty amazing actually. Sleepwalker or early riser. He traded all the way from the 10:15 to midnight. He managed to sit through all this because well, I mean, look at it. You have liquidity, and this is the same structure we see on gold now, and we are almost in the same area. Let's say we are here now. So I do expect us for gold to go up here. But now, bark out loud, we are stuck. You can see we are just consolidating in this area now. So nothing to do. NQ super choppy and low volume. I think it might be because CPI data is finally coming. Oh, is it coming out on Friday? I checked the news, but it didn't say anything. Let me check again because I'm keeping my bullets for Friday. Is it sure now? Because that makes me very excited. Let me double check. Yeah, Bar. I don't think you miss anything from now. I mean, you know what? I gave it 3 stabs on gold, and I got stopped out every time because I thought, oh, we have a breaker that's activated, and then we would still go further deeper into the breaker. So it's all, for me. Let me see, where's the breaker? Let me go back on the one. We had a beautiful breaker here. We had we activated the breaker here, and okay, we retested. But if you see this retest, it's become low probability. It goes over again. We go back into the breaker. We retest the first presented fair value gap. I do think we go lower, but probably after, maybe in Asia or something. I don't know. I do have tips, but I just want to check. Let me check first because I checked that Forex Factory today. Oh, let me see. And there was nothing on Friday. Let me just check. Oh yeah, no, it's in. Yeah, I see it. Okay, that's weird. I don't know. Maybe I did not check it properly. 8:30. Ooh, I love it. And we also have the PMI. Oh, nice, nice, nice. There might be a low probability day on Thursday then if we're going to get so much news, right? Okay, let's get back to the questions. A quick question. Hey, but I'm looking forward to the selector art. I need a way to journal my trades. How can I do that? Any tips? Yes, but I'm a nerd, and I went over my journaling this morning with some other people that asked me that, and so it is very important to journal your trades, but I also journal the market in general. So what I do is I go over. I have a PowerPoint. I don't know if you use TradingView as well, but what I do is I have specific things that I look at, but they are a little bit different. So I have different tabs that I don't show here because feedback that I got from people was, hey, you need to clean up your charts. If I don't watch out, you'll see. So you guys have to if there's too much things, you have to tell me that because I tend to forget about it and then I go like these levels. But hey, they are very important information. I think hey, I'm here to share, right? But so I have different things that I go from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So I journal the 4 hour and I look, okay, what kind of things have been retested and things like that. So the 4 hour, then the 15 minute, I look into that because I've got some specifics there, and then also the 5 minute and the 1 minute. But I use time based things over there, which I look at. I would go very far when I just started journaling, and I would write down, for example, oh, the 1 minute. What time did because I'm time based, right? For me, time is very important. Why? The algorithm is scripted against time. And it just means that at some specific times things happen which the algorithm refers back to on literally almost in a time cycle. So I'm trying to figure out those time cycles. That's actually what it means when I say I'm a time-based I want to say time-based traveler, but I'm getting tired, guys. So I might be saying really weird stuff. I'm a time-based traveler. Oh, yeah, I just no, I'm a time-based trader, ICT-based, but I added time-based elements just because I got very interested in the algorithm. And we're going down now. Look at this 4 hour candle, right? I think it might be a good short now, guys. I did have a short framed, and I think we're going all the way to this end walk then. We still have 3/4 of an hour to go. I believe this is a trade to be in. Um, but I'm not trusting it anymore. I'm fine. But but Ron of a selector, a lot of people they use Notion for journaling. But I use PowerPoint because I want to visualize it, but I have a separate journal where I where I journal my trades, but also my emotions. So I do not share that one because it's very personal. But I also journal my paper trades because you'll see me a lot of the time, especially in London, when I wake up, I have my coffee. I just paper trade just to see if I read the market correctly, but also for me to improve my executions. And I just journal them just as I journal my normal trades. And because I don't backtest anymore. I figured I don't know. I don't want to talk down on backtesting because I think it's good that people do that. But for me, backtesting is I already knew how the market was. If I backtest and I remember that day or something like that, I already know what's going to happen, and I don't feel the emotion that I have when I paper trade on live market. So that's why you'll see me a lot of the time. And I always say, oh, yeah, guys, it's just a paper trade. But I feel the same emotion when I paper trade in live than when I put on a real trade. So it doesn't really matter it just has more value to me. And I journal it on the same day, or actually I journal when I wake up tomorrow morning because it's late here when the market closes. So yeah. But I don't know if some people maybe they want to share how they journal. But yeah, journaling. I mean, for me, that my growth really. I must be honest. I'll share with you. I didn't journal the first few years. I actually started journaling when I started doing ICT, and I wish I would have journaled sooner because that's where I really started to see things, and I was, oh my god, it's really so important, and I cannot stress it enough. Yeah. Do you have any favorite psychology books, channel, or coaches? Yes. What's this guy's name? Not Jared Tendler. I actually saw something on YouTube and I thought I should get this guy on. He's such an old. He's a very old guy and very well known. Oh my god. Let me look again. And I thought, oh, I need to. YouTube. Did I save that channel? Because they have all these motivational speakers. Well, I think ICT is one of them. I mean, but Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, is very important. You can do that on YouTube. What was this Swedish guy's name? Guys, help me out because my brain is not working. Not Jared Tendler, but he's good as well. Hogart. Uh, oh, I lost my other YouTube channel with all those things. Do you want me to make a list, Ron? Tom Hugart. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Tom Hugart. That I mean that one. He's really. And then you got the older ones like what's his name again? Oh my god, all those oldies. Um, Oh yeah, the reminiscence of a stock operator. That one is good as well. But the intelligent investor. But trading in the zone is very interesting. But you can work. That's live on YouTube as well. You don't. I wouldn't spend. You know what? In all honesty, I don't know if people. Yeah, best losers win. That one is good. Um, I like that one. I used to do TPO and market profile, and then I used to mind over markets from Jim Dalton. I can share that one maybe with you guys if you. I should have that somewhere. Yeah. Literally, I just started become concept very recently and realized it was all about psychology and that was limited my progress. But you know what? What I found out, and I actually made a video on that, that is not just discipline, it's also biology, how our brains work because I was really fascinated by that because um, um, how did why did I still overtrade when I have a model and I'm doing well, right? So I started to investigate a little bit more and I made a video on it because it's so interesting. It's also biology. Hey Woodsy, yes, I traded today, but now we're just in consolidation, so there's really no point. And I think, in all honesty, Woodsy, I don't think there is going to be. We might get a crazy algo swing to the downside or to the upside, but it's 50-50. It's really hard to trade both on NQ and gold. So we have been looking at it. We're just in NQ. We're just in the opening range gap, as you can see. We're just hovering around, and it's very low probability. I took 3 stabs in NQ on gold because we had a breaker activation, but it just went back into the range and then again out of the range, back in the range. So I got stopped out 3 times on gold, so that's enough for me. So I don't think I am not interested in putting a trade in, so we're just chatting here. So, but we're talking trading related, so we're not wasting our time, right? If I look at the 4-hour gold candle, though, I do see a bullish candle. But the question is, are we going to make the move in the last half hour? It looks like it, I'm just going to be, yes, I do think we're going to go into the end walk, but I just need more time. I need more confirmation, and I'm not that interested anymore, to be honest. But going back into the trading psychology, because we all know those things, right? When we say we know what over trading is, but hey, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I don't hold myself very to certain standards, I can fall into that trap because the market does that. But to be honest, now being on stream and talking to you guys and going over trades really helps me. But the market is designed for us to behave the way we are doing. So that's why everyone's strong. I think people are really, really. What you mean the AM session, New York early riser, or the London session? Hey, I saw London session. We have. I want to start 2 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. So that is today is Tuesday, right? Wednesday. Yeah, because we've got CPI, PPI, and London at 2 a.m. So I want to be. I'm going to start my London session soon. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do the AM session. This is my favorite session, but do you want me to do an AM session? That means I'm going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot of streaming for me. Early riser, we'll see. I mean, this is my favorite session, but maybe I'll start doing the AM session. But I work on the times. Hey, C. Lee, a list. Yes, no, people were asking about a list about books and psychology books and things, books that help them. If I may add something, guys, I don't know if you're interested, but I use time-based elements, and it's called digital time theory that uses root candles. And sometimes I show that in my trading. So if you're interested in that, I can share. Yes, I sometimes do early riser. I do. But I just, because I do London and also this session, I think I have to take a little bit of a break, but I have done a few times. But for some reason, it didn't really, this session seems to be my best session as well. And also I feel at this moment, I really, really enjoy, because I can sit all the way through to the end. I do like the market open, I do. But today I was busy and I knew I wouldn't make it, so that's why. But sometimes I did a few marathon streams, by the way. So I just started at 10 a.m. and then I just went on to, just took a little break and went on. I'm that kind of a nerd, but yes. So the DTT, so that is from Ivan and Anar. They have a Discord as well, and they're one of my mentors. And digital time theory is very interesting if you are interested in time-based, but I can share that as well. Oh, you trade only. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Well, I don't think, yeah, but it all comes down. If you're time and price based already, you're already into the algo. And I think the things that ICT is into, it sort of like lines up with it. So I think you're already very close to already doing that, because it's sort of like all time-based traders are that I know are ICT based, and it's sort of like at some point we don't even talk about ICT anymore, but it sort of blends in very because you look for the algo. So you're an algoholic as well. I'm an algoholic. Yeah. Lee, can you make a Discord or Telegram group where we can do market research and help each other kill the market? Xili, I think that's very interesting, but I never thought that I would have this much subscribers so fast. So I thought, I think it's sort of like the next step to do. So, if I see there's a need for a community, I think I need to start doing that. But you are actually the first one mentioning it. Well, I do. Some people have asked for a Telegram, I guess, but Discord. I guess you are the first to ask. But yeah, that is the part. I think if a good community needs more of a base, I guess. But I have to start looking into that. But now, if there's really a demand for it and people are interested in that, definitely yes, I think so. I guess are there more people interested in that? Hey, listen, time-based is just the algo. It's just you just are more interested in the algorithm. Well, Anar and Nine, they have a Discord as well. They have a digital time. They actually wrote the book, but also they have an indicator, and it I can show you, Ron. By the way, let me show you. I have to change my screen. Let me see where my time-based screens are. But hey, I switched it off because people, they were like, oh, you got too much things on your chart. Get it off. And okay. So intraday DTT. Let me see if I can find it. I need to switch screens, so bear with me, guys, without screwing up. Here we go. I'll show you. Now, where is my screen? Here you go. I need to make it loose. Intraday. Intraday DTT. Why are you not doing it? Oh, here we go. Do you see my screen, guys? Do you see all those orangey, pinky things? Now, all these boxes are root candles. So we have an intraday, we have a weekly, and we have a yearly. So these candles, they work in conjunction with each other, and these gray boxes are volatility, AMRP level, average, mean. Well, they tell you if the volatility can go higher or it's contracted. Now today, let me see. So a very important time for me is my 1202. I extend all my 1202s because, well, if we get a distribution, they are, for some reason, they always stop at a 1202 time. So what does it mean? 1202 is a very important time in the sense of that it creates a liquidity point. So, and exactly here you can see this as well, right? You see the 12, so this is just a 1 minute candle that has been highlighted. You see, I'm on the 5 minute, but if I go on the 1 minute, this yellow box is the 1 minute 1202. Now, if you see stacked candles, if this one overlaps at 1235, you can expect consolidation. And then we have the 130 here as well. So you can use these root candles as well so let's say you're in premium, but you still want to take a long. You're like, oh my god, I want to retracement back into the range so we get to discount. No, you can use root candles as premium and discount as well. So for example, well, okay, in this case we went into discount, but you can see here you have a retest of this candle here, the 130. But yeah, this is just consolidation. We don't have really a nice example here. Because it's horrible price action. But root candles, but let me show you the weekly. We also have the weekly. I can do it here. I just changed this one. Um, I'll add the weekly. Let me just do it. Volatility grid. This one is from 2 degrees. I guess you guys know them. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Yes. I've got a lot of things on these charts, but here you see the weekly root candles. Now, those are the purple ones, guys. This is a paid indicator. But I do have a referral link if you want to, but I have to look it up though. You see how beautiful this, let me just get rid of this, all this other stuff that I have. You need to go. Now look at this, how beautiful. Let me add the volatility grid. Hey, what's happening? What are you doing? There's too much information here, right? You need to go. I'm not using you, I'm not using you. I'm gonna put it on again. DTT. Quickly. There we go. Now I need the boxes to extend. Nine. Deviation. Here we go. This is it. Now it needs to be populated. Got enough indicators? Yes. Okay, here we go. Now this is the weekly, and these are the weekly root candles. And you can see how beautifully how they bounce into this higher time frame root candle, right? And it goes back up into this range. So it sort of tells you that, you know, for today it bounced into, and also with TGIF, look at this Friday. Sometimes I say, hey, I think we have met, I think we met the range. Look, if I see a root candle on Friday already touching this, and I see this candle going here, I already know we're not going higher anymore because we touched the root candle here. So it really helps me frame my higher time frame analysis, and especially on Friday when there's no TGIF. I actually made a video on it. Hey, when TGIF doesn't work, I've got backup, and it's actually. So I told the guy, I said, listen, I'm making some advertisement for you because it really. I mean, it's just amazing. But it's just time. It's just time. Exactly. It's just. But let me share. How can I share that? I cannot share a document in the chat right here, or can I? What does this plus mean? Engage with your audience. I can only start a Q&A and poll. I cannot share a document here. How can I share the document with everyone? Because I want to give that, because you can, you know, you don't have to buy the indicator straight away or use it. You can just use those root candles and you can just mark them for yourself because it's just a 1 minute. It's just a 1 minute candle, and you just mark the day. And for example, let me share something with you about the 1034. The 1034 is very important. Why? If we're bullish, for example, and we have a run up, and most of the times, I don't know if you guys have noticed, and it starts stalling right just after 10 o'clock. We don't have a run. It stops at 10:15. I don't do anything until 10:34. Why? Because what does the 10:34 do? At 10:34, a candle prints, and if we are going to continue the move higher, you will always see a retracement down, and then you want to enter below the 10:34 for a move up. And if you're bearish, you will see a move a little bit to the upside, and then you want to enter for the move that comes after 10:34 for the move further down. So that is so that's how I also use that candle. And sometimes what you see is that the 10:34 prints, but then it just runs away from it. So that's when you're really in extension days, it just runs. So you will see very quickly, but they really help you to navigate just the chart. And for example, here on the weekly time frame, what I can see now as well, that we hit the A1P low. So for me, that tells me that okay, it's very likely that we're going for NQ. We're going upwards, so we're about to take this high because we already hit this low area, right? So you can see this gray box. So these are the volatility levels, and they're all calculated because it's an algorithm. Everything is based on calculations. We hit the root candle. We have internal liquidity. Now we're going for external liquidity. So that means we're bouncing from this gray box, the A1P low, to the A1P high. So this is what I now. I didn't look at it by the way before I was chatting to you guys. No, I only talk Eastern. Everything is Eastern for me. I live in South Africa, but my laptop, everything is on Eastern. So people like here, I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I've got to talk in South African time. But I live actually literally on Eastern time. So, but for me now, looking at this Nasdaq chart, someone asked about Nasdaq. This is pretty bullish now for me. Because we already hit this AMRP low, and this one is till Wednesday. We get a new one tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and then we will see what Friday what the range will be for Friday. Yes, everything Eastern. But Xili, I do have a referral link if you want to get the chart, but it's about $40, per month. But listen, you can I would just wait and just I'll give you the document first and you read it, and if you're really interested, if you guys want, I can use them I can start implementing it on my chart so you can see it instead of, rushing in and getting them. Hey, starving for crypto. I do speak Dutch, yes. Ik spreek Nederlands. I haven't spoken Dutch for a long time, but it sounds very funny to me to speak Dutch, but yes, I'm Dutch. You? But do you guys want me to start using it? Because then I will use it. Then you will always see me use the DTT times, and I can talk more about it while I am showing it on my screen. So that's something that I can do. But if there's enough interest for it, I'm just going to use it. And then you guys can tag along before you are getting, spending money on it. And then I have to find a way to get that document to you guys. I think Anar, did he not post it somewhere for free on his YouTube or on his? Let me figure it out, guys. Ik ben Nederlands, heel Nederlands, Friesland. Yeah, very Dutch. We've got a Dutch here. The Dutch are everywhere. Guys, I'll tell you something. So I made a video today, short, to thank the subscribers. So I went into this mangrove, and it's so quiet. There's no one there, and guess what? There were two people standing there, and I could see they were tourists. And I said, hello, are you enjoying the scenery? Because it's a beautiful place, right? It's sort of like touristy. It's like a nature reserve. And I could hear from their accent, said, oh, you're Dutch. And I'm like, oh my God, I am here in the middle of nowhere. I was just trying to quickly shoot that that short, right? So it was this morning. And guess what? They were Dutch people. They're very nice. So they were just doing a tour through South Africa. So again, yeah. So the Dutch, you find them everywhere. But hey, you're starving for crypto. You're the first Dutchie in my chat. So welcome, my Dutchie. Welcome. But anyway, guys, so I guess there's enough enthusiasm for me to go over to implement the time theory and show it on my chart. So hey, I love it. I can talk about it all day. So I'll put it on my chart, and if people don't like it, well, I guess well, I'm a time-based trader, right? I present myself as such, so I guess it is what it is. Okay, so that will be from tomorrow. I will do that. Hey, let's go back to the other one. We're still in consolidation on both. We're not missing any trades. No worries. Here we go. We are still in consolidation. Why is it not changing? For some reason, you are not. Why are you not changing back to the screen that I want you to be on? Well, anyway, time is king. Yes, time is king. Nothing is more important than time. I mean, it is. I mean, once you start seeing that, you don't care. You don't even look at price, actually. You just look at the time. Everything for me is about time when I trade. Even when I'm in a macro, I look at the minutes. I look at the what time is a low forming or a high forming. I'm trying to get back into the screen, but it doesn't allow me to change it back. But the only thing I'm going to show you guys that we're still consolidating. So, but hey, why are you not doing it? I do want to see if we get oh, we're already 10 minutes to 4. So, starting for crypto, Dutchie, are you in crypto or also doing futures and other stuff? OBS is giving me a hard time. There we go. Okay, got it. Well, as you can see, like I said, we're still in the breaker. We are just not leaving the bloody breaker. And you know what? In all honesty, it already gave it away, right? When you see this price action here. But I would have thought maybe we would get a move out of the breaker at 330. But I trade crypto, but do use the same concept as you, though. Hey, nice. So you trade ICT and time-based elements in crypto. I was wondering. So I'm in crypto too, but only in the long term. So I don't day trade it. But there is a bit of, yeah, I was wondering what the differences were time-based, like for some levels were maybe different and you use different opening and closing times, right? I would say. And I also 2 degrees. I love those guys. The team from 2 degrees, Josh, all those guys, and even Anar and Nine. Those are the guys that made that indicator, and they actually are the founders of the DTT. And I'm really amazed that they're not as popular as they are, and people have not discovered them because I don't know. I would almost say it's Enigma, to be honest. It's a cheat code. Um, yeah. So yeah, interesting. No, I love sharing that. I just so I have a passion for wildlife, and I used to go. I used to work for KLM. I used to be in IT. I worked for KLM 21 years, and you know it was an amazing time. I started as ground staff, but then I worked my way up into the office, and I got into IT as a functional application manager and as a scrum master. But at some point, you know, and I used to travel a lot because we could travel for cheap. But I got bored a little bit, and while I was still working in the Netherlands, I started doing voluntary projects, wildlife related, in South Africa. So I went here many times and do projects and went stayed in the bush near Kruger Park. And I always thought, you know what, this is the place where I would like to retire to. And then COVID came. So what happened is we were still allowed to travel, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to book a plane. I'm just going to go and go to South Africa and stay there for a while, and get out of the Netherlands with all that BS. So I was staying somewhere, and it was very and I already looked for some places because I was thinking like, because I was a little bit too young to get retired at that time. But I called the real estate agent. I said, listen, I know we went for a few times to see for things in the future, but you know what? I just want to go again, but I don't want to buy. It's too early. And then, she took me around and I saw a place and I was like, oh my God, this is just beautiful, at the riverside, and there were hippos in the river. And I said, I'm in love with this spot. And I said, you know what, I'm going to buy it. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell everything. I'm going to go back to now, because we had COVID, we already had they already offered us a voluntary resignation. At that time, I wasn't sure. But everything was falling into place at that moment. So I went to South Africa during COVID. We already had talks about voluntary resignation, offered us a lot of money because I worked for the company many years. And I had some real estate as well that I could sell. And I thought, I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to wait till retirement. I might be dead. So I decided to buy that stand. But there's a but to the story, guys. So I bought the stand and I was supposed to build a house on that piece of land, but I got scammed, which happens. I'm not ashamed of it because even bankers, this guy was so smart. He just, but I'm still fighting him. I've got a lawyer and I'm still fighting him. And I actually sold that stand this week because I thought it was such a dark shadow on it, but it's a beautiful place. But I'm going back to that area and I'm going to buy something that's already built at some point. But why did I decide to go there and I don't want to go back to the Netherlands? Because of the nature. South Africa has its issues, but well, you see, sometimes in the morning I've got monkeys running around here and I'm trying to keep them out of my house. But I'm now at the KwaZulu-Natal. I'm at the coast right now. In a small little beach town, but I want to go back to the bush, to Hoedspruit area. So I'll be back there in a year, let's say 8 to 9 months. But yeah, so and for me the only way forward was to trade, right? Because I'm not allowed to have a job here because I'm not South African, because you cannot take a job from local people, and they really have a very bad market for people to employment market. There's hardly any jobs. So as a foreigner, you're not allowed to have a job. So I really have to, there was no plan B for me. I really needed to make trading work. And I got here 4 years ago. So the first year, I'm just wondering if I never met ICT, how my life would have been, because I don't think I would have been profitable, to be honest. But, I think the universe works. It's just, hey, somebody subscribed again. That is my subscribe bell. But now I can see the name. Gosh, you guys, you are really too good for me. I want to see. I can't see the name. 133. Are you kidding me? Thank you, guys. I cannot see who subscribed. I hear it, but I'm always too late. It's I'm going to make that. I need to see that logo. Let me see. I need to see the Oh my God, I can't see it. I hate that. Who subscribed? Tell me. 133. Who did it just now? Well, anyway, I thank you so much. I'm highly, highly appreciative. But so that's the story about South Africa. And you know what? I might move to another place, but I don't want to go back to Europe anymore because the weather is one, and you can see it's summer here, but I'm starving for Christmas. Thank you. I was thinking it was you because the other ones were longer here in the chat. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, we Dutchies have to support each other, right? But the weather, but now it's really cold here for the time because summer should have started, but it's very windy and it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit off. What's the time? Oh, it's almost 4 o'clock, by the way. I'm just watching if we get a crazy move. But even the crazy algo is not doing anything. Um, yeah, it looks like I'll stick around here for a little bit. I've got 2 rescue cats. One is half African wildcat, and one is oh, she's actually half Mink, but they're both rescues, and I travel with them. I've got a car, a little Jimny, and I cross through all the country. And now I settled down here a little bit. And why did I start a YouTube channel? Actually, that's also a little bit of a story. I was never supposed to start a YouTube channel, but I was hired by a prop firm. They wanted me as a trading coach, and they told me, oh, well, you have to go on YouTube with 3 other coaches. And I said, okay, I can do that. No problem. And I had to buy all this fancy stuff for to lights. My internet had to improve, and I had to spend a lot of money. But then we didn't really work out in the sense of that it was too. I had too many rules that I didn't feel comfortable with, and there were too many retail traders. They didn't like me. I could tell that ICT wasn't really something I could really talk about. I had to have a black screen. I had to use Project X, which I don't like. And I wasn't allowed to say specific things. So the lady that hired me, bye Ron, I'll see you again. Thank you so much for your support. And the lady that hired me, she was actually the one that said, listen, Iris, I don't think we are going to work, but I want you to start your own YouTube channel. I think you've got enough knowledge and you've got the personality for it. Do it. And I said, no, I can't. She says, yes, do it. Please do it. And I want to hear from you soon. And actually today I sent her a message because I said, listen, you were right. So I have to thank her for pushing. She pushed me. She said, no, you can do it. It's just you and our rules that, it's just not the right fit. But you should start your own YouTube channel. And you've got everything set up and you spend a lot of money, do it. So if it wasn't for that prop firm, it was Hola Prime, by the way, if anyone knows it, I would not have done it. So I have to thank them for this, and I'm really happy that I did. So yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have the confidence to do it. In all honesty, I'm telling you honestly, I'm not that I'm insecure, but I was like, yeah, who wants to hear who wants to hear it, or why would I? There are already so many good people online and doing their stuff, right? So, I would never have thought of it to do it, to be honest. But anyway, so that's another little thing. So you see how the universe works in very mysterious ways, right? I do believe in that now, that the universe steers you in specific directions, and things happen for a reason, I guess, right? Don't you think? Because some things are just too, I would say, yeah. Hey, I think crypto is becoming more popular in prop firm. Which prop firm did you use, Starving? It's weird to call you Starving. I'm gonna call you Crypto. Or can I call you by your name? Which prop firm provides crypto, by the way? I would love to know that, because I might start using. I don't want to trade I've got my bag, that's my long term, but I would like to maybe do some crypto trading with prop firms as well. I think that's interesting. Might add that in a different session. So what's happening? Nothing, right? When even almost 4 o'clock, 2 more minutes. You see, this is just breakout. It's backed by Kraken. Okay, I've got Kraken. Yeah. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. It's a bit more expensive, but daily payout. Wow, interesting. How much do you pay? How much is I'm actually quite interested in that. And not shady business. No, exactly. You need to know that. Yeah. There are good, they're very good companies now. I mean, we live in we're very lucky to live in these times, in all honesty. I mean, imagine like 20 years ago, they didn't have anything like this. They had to save their money and then have to create their own account and then make sure that they didn't Thank you, Selecta. I really appreciate you. I'm happy that you stumbled upon me. And yeah, well, I think YouTube is pushing me now to more people, and that's why people now are stumbling upon me, I guess. And thank you so much. I highly appreciate it. I'm so excited, and I think I have to start to look into a Discord or something where we can communicate in a different way, in a better way. Thank you so much, and I'll see you back again then, I guess, soon, right? And have a nice evening. Or yeah, it's evening in Europe. You're already very late there. Oh wow, 600 euro with a discount code. Wow. Okay, select. It's 4 o'clock. Yes, we're not gonna make it. I think it's time to almost to end the stream. There's nothing happening, and but I'm very. We had a nice chat, and that's the part of also trading. It keeps us out of trading, right? Any tips for evals? Yeah. So what I really like. What I trade for evals now, because I'm limited because of South Africa. I only trade companies that keep me in sim funded, but I think it's even better also when you don't have to, because you can do Top Step and my funded futures, which I really like. But which I really like is Funded Next, and they have the Rapid Challenge. And why do I like the Rapid Challenge? Because you can pass the Rapid Challenge in one day. And they have you can request a payout every 3 days, but the only little bit of the downfall is that you don't have consistency rules in the evaluation, but when you get to funded, you have your consistency rule 40%. But I don't mind, but I want to pass the challenges as fast as possible. So, and they're not that expensive. You don't have any activation fee, so you pay, I think they're 100 now, but you have codes, and then you can get it for 80, 85-ish now. So that's the one I really like. Yeah, so I do feel with that. I want to get out of otherwise I start blowing them up. I get, it is, I don't mind to have a funded account a little bit longer, but the evaluation phase, that's why I like the rapid. Like, for example, I trade, yeah, I shouldn't be saying that on chat actually, but I try to well, Casey's not here. Casey is he just started. He's very good, by the way, but I'm trying to keep him on micros. But if I see my model, and if there's I'm a distribution trader. If I see my model, even on 25K account, I do go in with a mini, and I just pass it in with literally one trade. But that is because I know my model, right? But um, um, Casey's doing Top Step, but because he's doing. I told him to use minis, but I get it. It was taking quite long, and he had only 300 to go. Then he used one mini, and he lost his account. So I'm trying to keep him on micros, because he's just starting out, and he needs to understand that it takes time to get there. But once you have a model, so for me, but hey, listen, in all honesty, I didn't pass my account last week because for me also trading and talking, and I just started this YouTube channel as well. So I need to get used to trade the same way and also talk, and because I like to share and things like that. No, but English is actually English is actually easier. There's still other people around, so I don't think it's nice to speak Dutch, and it's such a, but I mean, it's not the talking itself is difficult, but this talking is I'm distracted because I'm talking to the chat. It doesn't. No, Dutch is. I think English is actually easier for me to speak than Dutch by now. But I've got to get used to that as well a little bit, to trade as much. But I don't mind to not trade, and I can talk about it, but I need to trade as well. This is my bread and butter, right? But yeah, no, it's just. So how much would I risk? So technically, when I don't know if you have a model and stuff like that, but normally we say you only risk 1% of your drawdown, right? You don't. If you have a 50K account, you don't have 50K. You just have your drawdown, which is 2,500, I believe. So. Oh, I got it. No, I think he's sleeping. But he's really, I mean, listen, this guy is only six months in. He's really young, but he knows his level. It's really amazing. So he's going to be a very good trader. I mean, but then again, young and, he he has a really good trade, and then he thinks, you know what, I'm not going to screw you, Iris, I'm going to use minis, and then, they blow up like we all do, right? It's just very common. No, he's not Dutch, but he's probably into, you know what, I'll tell you one thing, even though I would say it in Dutch, he probably is smart enough to have a Google translator on and he would still figure it out. But anyway, but no, listen, if anything is new, I think 2% is, people say, yeah, you shouldn't raise more than 0.5 or 1%, but I mean, I usually tend to stick to 2%, and then I use the drawdown, not the amount of money that I buy, or with the subscription as well. But it always depends on on your model. But anyway, I'm happy to have you here. Fijn dat je er was. En mijn eerste Nederlandse supporter. En ja, weet je, als je futures wil gaan traden, is dat... two-step, yeah. I have to get 15%. Okay. Interessant. Okay, but I'm interested in the crypto stuff at some point. So we'll talk more about that. I need to go to bed too and get up tomorrow morning and journal, and then I have to do the London session. And it was a lovely session again, guys. And again, I'm deeply humbled by all the support. Again, thank you so much. It's crazy. I mean, I'm really... I never thought this would happen so fast. So, oh my God, 134 already. So, but anyway, and for everyone, thank you so much. We're going to end it here. There's nothing happening. Time to spend time with family, friends, loved ones, and do things that we like besides trading. And we'll get back to it tomorrow. Thank you, and we'll see each other soon. Yeah, you'll see some monkeys here for sure. And I have some footage. I've got one video on my side, my introduction video. It shows exactly why I'm here, and I put some footage in of Kruger and other parks. So watch that one. You'll see some wild animals. It's on my site. It's the first one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again, everyone. Thank you.